The same glove.
Opinions stated by various contributors to 92 KELS, its website, and its radio programs are not to be considered as endorsed by A Better Broadcasting Media and A Better Entertainment LLC. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusions. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind and not construing the data, products, and or...
You're now tuned into the Garage Apartment on 92 KELZ, the only station with new music, new artists, new sound.
I love this station.
Yes, sir. We back again. It's Sunday night, so of course you know what that means.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Garage Apartment. Sports talk, real talk, political talk, all out talk. That's what we do. With your partners, your partners' favorite partners. I am the Funky Militant, Adara Jones. And of course, I got the tribe in here.
Yeah.
Your timing is starting to get off on this tribe part. You used to be ready when I was like, tribe, and you like, yay. Now you starting to get a little late on. Oh, okay. Tell them who you are, man.
What it do? Mild Lizard.
And we also have another gentleman here.
I can't hear in my headphones, as I told you before.
Are you not paying attention
But
to us
Ahmad
at all?
is here, and I can't hear in my headphones.
Okay, so
Turn it up for me, Primo.
That is the Black Wilbur, Ahmad. And we are here each and every Sunday night from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be sure to check us out. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram. We are also on SoundCloud. If you see something you like, make sure you like us, add us, retweet us, tell your friends and family, tell everybody about us, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And we appreciate that. So, fellas, how was your week?
Week was good.
It's busy, man.
Glad to be back, though. My week was great. I was one of the... You turn me up? Oh, there I go. All right. Yeah, my week was fantastic. I didn't get snitched on this week.
Snitched on, you know, I heard that's your theme for the week is snitched on. We had a busy week. Of course, y'all know this is All-Star Weekend. I don't know if y'all caught the events last night, but they had the first off Friday night they had the celebrity game, which is always entertaining.
Always. Yeah, it was entertaining.
Although I must admit, without
Kevin
Hart participating in it, has lost a little bit of its luster.
JB Smooth was good,
the man
though.
won MVP 9 years in a row for a reason.
But he brought some legitimate entertainment to the celebrity game.
No, but y'all didn't check JB Smooth. He was good. He just too old to play a whole lot of minutes.
I can't actually tell you the score because I didn't watch it.
I didn't see much. How your boy Migos do?
He did not win MVP this year.
Yeah, but he balled out, though.
He tried.
A young man by the name of, I don't know what his name is, but I can tell you he's called a social
King Los.
media influencer.
Man, you need to get on the social
Oh,
media.
King Los?
Yeah, King, exactly.
King Los is out there?
Hadar
What
didn't
is
know
a
King
social
Los
media
is.
influencer?
That's what we're trying to be.
That's what we're trying.
No, that is not what
King
we're trying
Los?
to be.
Isn't
Yes.
he a rapper, though?
I think he does some of
Gotta have
everything.
Some other thing that he's not
Rap,
nearly as
comedy.
good at.
I mean, if it's the rapper that I'm thinking of, he goes in.
Yeah, hey, it's kind of unfair, though, because he played
knows it.
college basketball, so.
What is an influencer, man? I need to know.
What is an influencer?
Yeah. How
Somebody
does
who
he
directs people to
Right.
a product?
He directs people to products, and he just directs people to everything. What's the greatest power anyone can have is what?
influence?
Yes. That man is powerful. You need to know who he is because you have young
What's
men
his
who are
name?
17. King Los.
Holla at me, King Los.
And I
In
bet you
fact,
they know who he is.
influence people to check out the Garage Apartment each and
Yeah.
every Sunday from
That's
6
who we
to 7.
need to get at. For real, for real.
So that was Friday night. Now, of course, Saturday night, you know, the folks, the highlight, the part that most folk tune in for All-Star Weekend. You had your skills challenge.
Shout out Coach K.
Who was that snoring on the
That was
set?
me. I
That
snore
was
on
the old man over here.
I snore on the skills challenge.
Why you snoring on the skills challenge?
And then complain about how they don't have the fundamental skills when you watch the game.
Well, I definitely do that.
That you do. These guys are trying to exhibit the fundamentals that you complain they don't have.
Yeah, I suppose.
Seven-footers
touche.
out there.
Touche.
Crisp chest passes.
Crisp chest passes. Exactly.
Well, from the chest to them is probably over the head of others. But that was won by young Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics.
Formerly.
Oh God.
What high school he went to?
Yeah, exactly. What? Formerly of what? Duke University, a Duke Blue Devil. Anywho.
Stacking the league, bro.
He's an alum.
He's a what?
He's an alum.
Yeah, he's an alum, even though he
did
did like
great.
1
Yeah,
year.
that is correct.
Oh,
He is
God.
an
Are we
alum.
know
going
the
back to this
definition of alumni.
conversation? Oh, I still stand on my position, but we will not revisit that. Whatever, dude. Also, that was followed by the 3-point contest, which was won by a new face, an unfamiliar face, a never seen before face.
Which is how the 3-point shootout should be, because that's how it always was.
I strongly disagree.
Craig Hodges,
I
you know,
think
people
that's
like
what
that
makes
one.
that.
Larry
I think
Bird.
that's actually what makes the 3-point contest and the skills challenge what it is, and why it is much better than the slam dunk contest.
Did you know who Mark Price was until he won the 3-point shootout?
Yes.
Then he all of a sudden got burned.
Yeah, right.
He did.
Man, please. The reason that the 3-point contest and the skills challenge is so successful and so popular is because the top players in those positions are participants in those contests versus the slam dunk contest, which is often either a hit or an extreme miss.
Yeah.
Because the marquee players or the best athletes do not participate in the slam dunk contest. For example, we had 4 individuals participate this year, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know who any of them were other than one, and that was because he participated last year. Mm-hmm. And Dennis Smith Jr. The rest of those guys, I had no idea who they were.
Fayetteville's finest.
And it made me think about, remember, I know, and again, we aging ourselves when we do this, but remember when the best athletes used to participate in the slam dunk contest? You had Michael Jordan, you had
But that has not
Dominique
been
Wilson.
for 20 years now.
And
not
that's why
And it's not athletes, because these guys are. You mean the marquee stars.
The marquee-
It's been-
Right. These
The
guys
It's
are
marquee
been
all
a
stars.
generation where that has not occurred.
It's not even that.
What
It was the All-Stars that actually participated in
Right.
All-Star Weekend.
You had to be an all-star.
Like,
Well, you didn't have to be, did you?
Yeah,
Yes,
now that
you
I
had
think
to be
about
an
it, you did have to
all-star.
be an all-star.
They stopped that a while back, though.
Not if Scotty Brooks was shooting in a 3-point
And
contest.
not
When, did Scotty Brooks ever shoot the 3-point
He did.
contest?
Sure he had.
And not if Kenny
Bullet did, I
Skywalker
know.
won one back in '80, whatever.
I know
With
that
that
was
same
in
dunk.
Houston.
And Craig Hodges.
That was '89 in Houston.
That was
wasn't it?
in
Kenny
Houston.
Skywalker.
Hey, shout out to Trey. Trey went to that.
No, I'm talking about they played the game in the Astrodome
Right.
Yeah, slam dunk and all that was in the old
in
Lakewood
the old
Church.
Summit. which is now Lakewood Church. Anyway, so that was my position on
This
it.
dude
That's
should
why
have
it has
shaved his
become
chest
a
before
I
he
know.
got in
He
there.
should have shaved and tapered for
What is
real
going
for
on?
all my swimmers out there.
Yeah, we watching
This guy,
the
Nick
UFC
Litz,
fight.
should have shaved and tapered.
That's a white man with taco meat. You see that?
Well, I think that the slam dunk, obviously, it would be better if it had more stars in it. But quite clearly, that's not going to happen anytime soon without a drastic change to the format or the purse or something like that. So I kind of enjoy the fact that it's unknown people. I like how it seems to be more selective now. At first, they seem to just let anybody in.
Wait, why do you like it? Because it's unknown people. You will never see these people ever again.
Some of them you will though.
Who?
Like Donovan Mitchell, you saw again. Aaron
Just 'cause
Gordon,
Donovan
you
Mitchell's
saw.
a star though.
You don't
He
even,
wasn't then, and he's technically still a star.
You
He's
don't
a
even
very
see
good
him
player
now in
Utah.
Utah.
Aaron Gordon, you still look to see him. When you see him on a highlight coming down, you know it's going to be something amazing. These are still people you see. I go all the way back to Desmond Mason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Aaron
People
Gordon was a star when he came.
that you
Harold
never
Miner.
know of otherwise.
Didn't get
Never
any
heard
burn.
anything from Harold Miner after the
J.R.
slam dunk.
Ryder. I mean, not J.R. Ryder. What's
Harold
his name?
Miner got
Isaiah
labeled
Ryder.
as a superstar, which he was
Who?
not. That was his problem.
He was Baby Jordan.
Yeah,
What you talking about?
try living through that.
But
Jordan.
Because he was bald headed.
yeah,
How'd that work for a Weatherspoon? Anyway,
I don't know. I honestly think
I don't know
that,
no Jordan that went to USC.
I think that
it has improved from what
Yeah,
it
he
was
was
10
SC.
years ago.
I think that until we see somebody do a backflip, we pretty much seen everything anybody
Until
can
they do some
humanly
NBA
do.
jams
Yeah,
type
until
stuff.
they do an NBA jam, you're gonna see what you're gonna see.
So you're saying they need to get rid of the slam dunk
I
contest?
didn't say that at all. I'm just saying that for somebody like, I mean, it might be cool for young kids now, but somebody like me who saw when the windmill came out,
Right.
dating myself,
Right.
but when I saw when nobody was doing windmills,
Right.
okay,
No, it's
it's a little different, man.
Well, that's not necessarily true because remember a couple of years ago we had an amazing
we
contest.
thought the same thing, and that's
with
what I'm
Zach, with
saying.
Zach
Like this
Levine
was
and
just
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah,
this was just
amazing.
a lull in the competition.
Aaron Gordon, not
Yeah,
Eric.
him.
This was
Yeah,
just
him
a
too.
lull in the competition. Another next year might be spectacular.
I'ma tell you what's
going
gonna
to
happen.
New crop of young people that
But
you
you're not
haven't
gonna,
heard
but
of
you're not gonna see anything you haven't seen before.
This is what's gonna happen.
until you see it.
People gonna do a whole bunch of new dunks, and the person's gonna win with a dunk from the free throw line.
No, okay.
Right, like they ain't never seen it before, right?
and that
I
person's
mean,
gonna
not
get a 10.
necessarily, but you
somebody-
throw a windmill in there, and that becomes amazing again.
I think what they should do, honestly,
Which is
to
what
make
Zach
it-
Levine did, and you had never heard of him.
I think they should make it a competition between the street legends, some dudes out there on the street who can do amazing dunks, versus some of the NBA All-Stars.
That would be nice, but
This is
I
what
think that would take it to a whole nother level.
somebody gonna
I
jump
think.
over a horse.
I
next year.
think, which
bring
it should have
people
always been, is you perform these dunks over somebody trying to block your stuff.
That ain't a slam dunk.
How's that gonna?
Hey,
Dunking is not easy.
hey, you a pro? It's easy to you.
How about if we have
It's
a
easy
referee
on
out there calling
competition, or it's
traveling?
easy without
What's that, a
competition.
referee?
Let's have a referee
The
calling
whole
traveling.
thing, right?
I mean, because
can't travel.
You got to dribble the ball up there. You got to
'cause
take the gather. And
them rookies was looking pretty easily doing it in a game during the world versus the
there was no defense in
U.S.
that game.
Hey, there was
That
at least
was
one
a slam
person.
dunk contest. That's how it should be.
One
They just
person.
need to be in the contest.
I mean, just too often it's a hit or miss, though. I mean, like you said, you either have a hit because you got some dudes who really coming with it, or you it's a complete dud. Like you don't even get one or two good dunks out of it.
But perspective, brother. You've been watching them for 25 years.
This is true.
25, 30 years in other people's cases. 40 years in other people's cases. You tend to see, you know what I'm saying? You like he said,
Dude, you
you
were right
see
around
the
the
same
corner.
thing over and over again.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying this was a spectacular dunk contest. I'm
Guess
not
what I see
saying
over and over
this
again? I
is
think it's better than the
memorable.
dunk contest, the 3-point contest.
No,
But
it's not.
same
yeah,
thing.
yes, it is. And
It's
let me
the
tell you
same
why it is.
contest over
Because
and
the
over
best
again.
players are the best shooters are always in the 3-point.
Yes, and so if that's what you
We saw Steph Curry shoot a 27.
but
last
there are millions of people who would prefer to see someone dunk than to shoot a three-pointer.
Yes, but it doesn't have the same excitement because too often it's a dud. Versus the three-point contest always shows up because we know always the best shooter is competing.
But the best shooter
Devin Booker,
rarely
who was the defending
wins.
champion. You had Steph Curry.
Loser.
Who else?
Loser.
Buddy Hield.
Loser.
Why? Because they didn't win.
They didn't win
because-
it.
Yeah, but they still are the top shooters in the league.
The 3-point competition is going to be interesting regardless of who's in it. Because
you'll be 45 Larry Bird in it.
no, I mean, but you get caught up in it because, I mean, you know what you're getting. It's with the dunk contest. Sometimes it's like,
It's
okay,
not
what are
going
you
to
gonna
always
do?
be interesting if you got folk out there who can't shoot. It's
But that's
gonna
not
be
what you
interesting if
ever
you have folk
have.
out there who can't shoot.
Michael
will
Jordan
be.
was in the 3-point contest.
And nobody remembers that. 'cause
If you
it
got
was-
4 guys and one guy wins with a 5, that's still exciting. If it's 5-4,
No, it's not. That is not
is
at
he
all.
gonna hit it? Oh, is he gonna hit it?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Not
it's
at all.
exciting. It's exciting just by regardless of who's in it because you're not looking for style points. The problem with the dunk contest, I'm sorry,
you're
I didn't
looking to be
see
amazed.
people jump over everything.
You're looking
Somebody
to
had to
be
jump over a
amazed.
train, a horse, jump over something. Okay, jumping over Shaq.
So-
Okay, yeah. that
So
was
now
cool.
we need something
That's what I'm
unhuman
saying.
to happen now.
Somebody trying to block your dunk.
Have we gotten to that point? It must be unhuman.
Now,
It
if somebody
doesn't have to be unhuman. It just has to be different. Something you have, like the dude Aaron Gordon, that was different.
That was amazing.
Like, and there you go. And that was something that nobody, right before that, they were saying it can't be done. It's a boring dunk
Right.
contest. They need to do away with it.
That was
What
3
I
years
still
ago.
remember that cat, Jerry Green, blowing the candle off the cupcake.
And that was how
He was
many years
right.
Like, that's
before?
Yeah.
creativity.
And
That's
why
the
wasn't
stuff
he in
that-
it?
he was robbed
Why wasn't he in it?
That was 12 years ago.
Jerry Green.
because he ain't got the hops no more, man.
That was-
got
Jerry
hops,
Green
though, though.
bams
He
on
still
people
has
still.
the hops.
He
He
still
does
got
not
the hops.
use them. I think he old, bro.
He
I don't
is
think he
getting
got
old.
that much in him.
Jerry
That's what I'm saying. He don't got the he
Jerry
don't have the
Green
hops
around
for the
our age,
creativity to
I
do
see him explode off the floor sometimes, though.
Yes,
He
you
still
do,
got it.
but you see him
one time.
not trying to do that often.
Hamad like Diallo's dunk.
I did as well, Lamar.
Diablos, yeah, I like that. I like they drinks
I
too.
heard they steaks be awesome on Thursday night.
Diablos, hey man.
You are listening to The Garage Apartment. We are here each and every Sunday night from 6 to 7 Central Standard Time.
Diablos
Please
ain't
be
even
sure to
open
check
no
us
more.
out on our social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and our SoundCloud. So now,
Diablo's not even open no more.
it is. Anyway,
Diallo's.
It's called something else.
we also had the college basketball tournament picture kind of clear itself up.
Has it really?
Kentucky had a big upset. I don't know if it's an upset, but a big victory over the number 1 team, Tennessee.
That's after
last
they lost.
night.
That's after they
lost
lost.
to LSU.
Exactly.
This is
But
true,
I
but they
Duke
shouldn't have.
appreciates
It
it.
was due to
It
an
doesn't matter
illegal
if you're
tap.
that close.
But it wasn't called.
No, you blew out the number 1 team,
Blew him out like crazy.
and then you lost to a team U of H blew out.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
motivated.
ran
Come on now, U of H
U of H
is,
won by 30 today against
I know.
I was gonna say,
No,
I
but
just
I was
gonna
threw
say,
out somebody.
U of
not-
H might have worked themselves up to a number 2 seed
I'm just saying though,
Hopefully.
you blew out the number 1 team,
at home.
but you lost at home
Basketball,
to the team that U of H blew out.
Yeah,
basketball.
Chris Mullin's about to get a big win.
Mind you, when U of H blew them out, that was much earlier in the season. But anyway,
26 seconds left. Yeah.
it's hard to win games, man. You can't beat everybody. I mean, you're not going to blow everybody out.
Yeah.
Really? Because U
You're
of H
not
has only
going to
lost
blow
one game.
everybody out. Some teams are motivated to come in there and whoop up. Or not to mention, LSU is a good team. They're ranked.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
What? 25th?
They're number 2. They're 3 in the conference because now Kentucky has moved. They
Yeah,
were
at
back.
19 and like 6.
They were 2 in the conference. They're tied for 2nd in the conference. LSU
like
and
19 and 6. They're going to win the conference.
who? Which one?
LSU.
No, they're not going to win.
Yes, they are. They're actually going to win the conference.
They got to win. Well, they got.
They're
gonna win
over.
the
They're
tournament?
over Kentucky on the conference.
Yeah, but they haven't beat Tennessee. Tennessee's still at the top of the conference.
Not on that side, huh?
They don't do it like that. No
Yeah, they
more.
don't do it like that
Not
in
in
basketball.
basketball. They don't do it
There's
like
no
that.
East
no
and
more.
West.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they
everybody
stopped
plays
all of that.
everybody twice.
Yeah, they stopped all of
You
that.
don't have to do that in
should
basketball.
be.
Yeah, it's
So-
silly. You
But
don't
I
have
mean,
to
they
do it in
used to still
basketball.
have divisions back
They
a couple
did.
years ago when
was
Florida was
goofy, though.
winning them and all of that. But anyway.
Yeah, but they had the divisions, but then they didn't. The division didn't come into play when they got to the tournament.
Well, it did as far as the seedings in the tournament, the conference tournament. But yeah, the best team still won. Also, Duke had first off I guess you would say impressive comeback against Louisville.
Choke
but then again,
job.
they shouldn't have been down 26.
Man,
That
Louisville
was
need to be
amazing.
slapped.
Yeah,
That was literally.
I think Louisville gave it away more than Duke
They
coming back.
choked.
Louisville, they let it go. I'm
Yes,
not gonna
they
lie.
definitely gave
But
it away.
Duke turned that pressure up. They went to the slapping of the flow pressure back 15 years ago. Turned it up, and they just start coughing it up every play. But it's not Louisville because they didn't have
Duke
people
still
who
can't shoot free throws or jumpers.
who could dribble
But, I
the
mean, he's
ball
right, though.
effectively.
When-
they only had 2 people, but they put that press on him, bro. That man went to a 2-2-1 press.
Yeah, they did.
Down.
They folded.
And
They
would
definitely
drop
folded.
back into a 2-3 zone, down 20 points, and realize, bam, they just can't shoot.
They definitely
They just
folded.
can't shoot.
All of a sudden, they couldn't bring the ball up the court. They forgot what to do with the ball. They stopped attacking the goal.
And
They
the coach
stopped
didn't know
shooting.
when to call timeout.
I mean, none of that.
Call timeout.
But they
Dude
all
ran out of
panicked.
timeouts with 5 minutes left on the clock.
They
Yeah,
all
but
panicked.
They were being
panicked.
come back upon way before 5 minutes.
Looks like your boy.
Oh yeah, no, it was over.
They panicked.
It was over already, bro. I'm telling you, when the man, but they
that
should
was
not have been
ridiculous.
down that much. That is true.
That was
But they should
ridiculous.
not have been down.
That was complete.
Hogwash.
Oh God.
Hogwash.
Oh, I was so mad. I hate Duke so much.
Duke does still have some
that way,
impressive
man.
wins on their
Don't be that
resume. They've beaten Virginia. They have North Carolina this week, right?
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see what happens there.
They can't beat Gonzaga though.
Then Gonzaga did put something on them in a neutral site at the very beginning of the season.
Yeah, and about Gonzaga. So I've been hearing about this Japanese dude that
Man.
plays for Gonzaga, right?
Man,
Uh-huh.
And I look at him,
gave him like 30.
and he's like my cousin Mario.
Oh God.
Dude ain't Japanese.
Nah, he's Japanese. When he
Man,
played
Japanese
Duke,
descent.
when he played, he's as Japanese as the tennis player.
Exactly.
I mean,
And we claiming her, so I'm claiming him.
I always claim people of my of
Wait. You
Boy said,
claiming?
of my hue.
You're claiming
of my
her,
hue.
No, I
but
said
you're
we.
not claiming Kamala.
Nah, I don't claim her at all.
Kamala?
Stop that.
Kamala?
No,
Kamala.
not her at all. But
Gandhi
stop
didn't even claim us, so you know, Gandhi.
Gandhi didn't. Gandhi didn't like us at all.
Gandhi
You
didn't
go
like
look
us.
back and look up Gandhi's peaceful behind.
Exactly.
He didn't like us at all. Anyway, but yeah, I saw this dude last night. They were playing San Diego. First off, they said, well, okay, you know what? I'm gonna calm down. Well, they said he was like 7 feet tall, and I was like, really? I got to see this guy. This Japanese 7-footer.
Exactly. I don't know no Japanese people.
Yeah, then I
So
see, I'm like, oh, this dude got a Jerry curl, everything. What is going on? So yeah, so Gonzaga, I don't know. Gonzaga looked halfway decent last night. I watched them play
Gonzaga
against
looks
San
like
San
Diego.
Diego. I watched it last
Yeah,
night too. I
yeah.
watched it. I watched
Gonzaga's always Gonzaga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are.
They're always Gonzaga.
They're gonna be a tough out.
I was looking for a Japanese dude, and I ain't saying.
They looking.
That's
They're
all
gonna
I'm
be a
saying.
tough out. They're definitely gonna be a tough out.
They always are.
There we go. North Carolina Duke is Wednesday night.
They already advertising that.
Yeah, Wednesday night. So also we got a team here in Houston who's playing very well.
Man,
We just mentioned they won by 35 today over the Tulane Green Wave. They're currently ranked in the top 10, and who knows? They might as well as different. They actually have the best winning percentage in the nation right now.
they need
I
to
just
stay where
happened
they are.
They're
to
undefeated at home.
just happened to be perusing the current strength of schedules.
Juventus is up there.
The RPI were there.
By definition
not
of up
RPI.
there, what do you mean? Like,
No
'cause
longer
it's
RPI?
116 teams up there, or like up there where they're ranked?
It's no longer.
Well, this
it's
is the
no
issue I
RPI.
have with that. Well, yeah, up there with their rank. This is the issue I have with that because that's actually one of the questions I wanted to pose. So now, Gonzaga, who is going to be ranked number 1 probably next week because of Tennessee's loss. Well, I don't know. They might move Duke up. No, they didn't.
Duke
they
is
might
number
move
4.
Duke up.
Did I miss that?
They
No,
might
Duke
move
is
Duke
3.
up.
Duke is number 4.
Duke might go 1.
I would say Duke might
Watch
go
it
up to
happen.
1. So,
Who's 2?
but now they have Gonzaga in the top 3. Duke is 2, right? Well, it
No,
depends on which
Duke
poll
is
you're
number
looking
4.
at. It depends on which poll you're looking at.
ESPN
So-
just said they was 3 on the commercial.
No, it said they were 2. But anyway.
Oh, it did, didn't
Well,
it?
Yeah.
By the way,
So Gonzaga is in the top 3, and what is their strength of schedule?
Well,
They
Who
beat
do they
U of
play other than the
H's
fact they played
number-
Duke at the very
no,
the first game of the
that
season?
was a tournament though.
Gonzaga's
Yeah.
strength of schedule
That was
at
a tournament.
25-2. They are ranked 48th in the country,
What is
Right.
U of H?
according to CBS Sports. This
But
is
they
what
play
I'm
a
looking
difficult
at.
non-conference schedule, though.
I
They
would say
play
because
in
their
all
conference
those-
schedule ain't worth
U of
nothing.
H
Well, people
is
rate the West
ranked
Coast Conference high, though.
43rd in strength of schedule,
Yeah.
Which is
right
higher
behind
than
Baylor,
which is higher than Gonzaga's, right?
which is higher than Gonzaga's, which is not as high as 42 other people.
So why is it that Gonzaga is ranked above U of H?
Because they beat Duke.
Because they
I
play
mean,
Duke and
this is just the strength of
they
schedule.
play
If
in
you beat
coaches
the number
versus
They
one-
won-
cancer
they
and
won that
preseason
tournament.
NIT and all that good stuff.
the highest ranked
They
team,
lost 2 games.
Because
Yeah,
U
they
of
lost
H was
against
not
ranked people.
ranked. U of H was not
Yeah,
ranked
they
in the
weren't ranked at the
preseason.
beginning. And then we didn't have
AP.
the hard. I mean, they didn't have the hardest.
They didn't even think.
non-conference schedule.
U
Either.
of H's schedule. They beat number 18 Oregon.
They
Exactly.
beat Oregon,
and
they beat
number
LSU,
25 Cincinnati.
and
Yeah.
they beat LSU when
Not
LSU
ranked.
was
Yeah.
ranked. They were when they played.
But they're
Yeah,
not
but
right now.
none of them are Duke.
LSU should be ranked now.
They will
I'm
be,
looking at
and
it right
that's
now.
going to change when they alter that. I mean,
Tuesday.
it's fluid.
It don't change till Tuesday.
So Kentucky's going to go.
Man, I don't believe
Kentucky's
any
gonna
probably
of
look
gonna
a
go
lot
up to
better.
3.
Yeah.
I don't
Duke
believe
will
any
go
of
up
those
to
polls.
1.
Yeah. So that LSU win will look better later on this week. But
Tennessee will probably drop down to maybe 5th or 6th.
Villanova lost.
So the question is U of H
yeah,
gonna
that's,
jump?
that's why I
That's
said Chris Mullen with a
not-
big win coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they lost to Temple. How's
Yeah,
Temple
but have
look?
you seen
They
how they
got
lost
robbed
to
by
Temple?
Temple,
Yeah,
but
they
yeah.
truly got cheated.
But the computer don't care about that.
Mbappe.
Can they even take
I
that
mean,
to
I'm
the
sorry.
Good thing,
That
yes,
dude
they
is
can.
just
Good
like-
thing it was on the road, so that was a road loss. They're still undefeated at home, which means their resume still is
Temple is
intact.
12-3.
So now, what else? We have very big news in the NFL. For those of you who don't know, that Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed have settled with the NFL
On their collusion case.
on their grievance case, their
Excuse me,
collusion case.
Yeah,
Is
it was
it
collusion.
they settled
It
or
was
did
collusion.
the NFL settle?
Yeah, the NFL said.
Well, it depends on your point of view, I
The
guess.
case was settled because we don't know
Well, I'ma
anything
tell you how it was
officially
reported.
as
Wouldn't
the
it be
garage
reported?
apartment.
It was reported that all parties decided to resolve their grievances.
So that
$80
means
million
that
to do
means
that for
that
you.
means NFL settled. They was like, yo, look.
And although it has a non-disclosure agreement, so we don't actually know the terms, it is rumored to be a settlement between $60 to $80 million.
Right.
Between both of them. Or
I don't
each?
know. I don't know if it's between the both of them or if they both get 60 to 80 million.
I'm pretty sure it's between the two of them.
Yeah, I
But
imagine
most
it was too.
importantly,
Most
it is
important.
an admission that the NFL basically got together and said, we're going to keep this one guy out because of the political views that he had.
Not really. That's what that disclosure thing's about.
Well, yeah, because I
That's
don't think
that's the thing that R. Kelly kept sending to
So
his
then
victims.
if we're going to take it like that, then we don't know how much he got.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
coulda
don't.
got
We
nothing.
don't. I'm sure he got something nice to sign that.
I
I
imagine if he
he got-
settled, he
Yeah.
got something.
I'm pretty sure it's
There'd
around
be
there.
no reason for the league to settle.
He
Oh, there's
probably,
big reason for the league to settle.
he
because-
probably got a contract.
No. But the
settlement.
the league does not want all those emails and all
It's not
those
even
things
that.
that
The league
appear
does
to
not
show
want
collusion.
to testify. They don't
No,
want to
yeah.
testify. Going to court requires them to testify.
Yeah, but the league, there's also evidence and things that will come up in depositions
Right.
that they don't want released.
That's what I'm saying.
Where
They
there's
don't wanna go to
emails
court.
sent, look, y'all aren't going to hire this fella.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly.
The league did not want that out there.
Now,
Exactly.
many people, depending on who you talk to, many people are saying that that is not an admission of guilt. I'm of the opinion that that's as close to an admission of guilt as you're gonna get, because
is.
when it first started, the NFL knew the burden of proof was on Colin Kaepernick, and they knew that collusion is a difficult thing to prove. And so they were confident that they didn't have anything to worry about. Now,
It wasn't that difficult to prove.
The
Apparently.
moment they realized he had a rather strong case,
Apparently
all
it
of a
was.
sudden
All
they
he
want
had
to
to
settle.
do was say, I'm going to keep paying for this lawyer.
Yeah.
We're going to go all the way where y'all want to take it. And then they were like, okay, well, we
He
know
must
we're
have.
going
He
to lose
must have.
this.
He must have showed some file.
No,
Man,
there's
he
something
must have
somewhere.
had. I'm telling you,
It has to be emails and conversations.
There's something.
Not even
There's
about
something.
this that would have come out about other things.
There
you
was
know
a
what I'm
memo.
saying?
There was all kinds of
Everything.
stuff.
there's
And there's-
definitely something major that had to
Or
be.
he was like, "Say, Jerry Jones, I got your
Most
your
definitely.
penis pic.
Because
right
I was
there, you know
listening
what I'm saying?
to. I was listening.
Remember
Jerry
you sent
Jones
this
got-
to my gal? Remember this?
Jerry Jones probably would. Remember, he got caught in that bathroom.
I was listening to what is his name? That's on the show with Will Whitlock.
Marcus Wiley.
Martellus Wiley.
Martellus Wiley,
Oh, yeah.
and he was saying that
Or Marcellus Wiley.
Marcellus, thank you, Marcellus Wiley. He was saying that
Foot right in the face. Excuse me.
he was saying that that was not an admission of guilt, and that the NFL just simply settled because they just ready to be done with it. And I was like, well, if that was the case, then they could have settled years ago.
Could have said it years ago.
They could have done this when this first started. This is 3 years in now.
And when did the NFL quit on anything?
Exactly. Now, mind you, they have lost cases before, but exactly, when have they ever really settled about anything?
They haven't quit on concussions.
Exactly.
And
They
we
haven't
already
quit.
knew them.
They had to quit on the CBA.
They didn't quit on Deflategate. Brady just won the case.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never really known the NFL to settle on anything, but I guess what's even bigger to say is that the NFL is always on the wrong side of
publicity.
of in the court of public opinion. Like they're always on the wrong side of issues.
Yeah, so we're all billion-dollar companies.
And get it,
And yet they are still the most profitable sports
But hey, I mean, but segue into
What you going, Gucci?
no segue into your boy Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt
yeah.
getting re-signed by the
Yeah, he got
Browns.
signed.
I think
by the
that was
Browns.
another. I kid you not. I think that was another influence of the settlement. Because now here you go. Because I heard people putting pressure on the NFL, saying, "Now you've had a dude who we've seen videotape of him assaulting a young lady. You had him released and pretty much not in the league, and then all of a sudden he's signed. But you won't sign a young man who is doing a peaceful protest." So, I mean, you know, they were constantly getting pressure, and I think he had a very strong case, and they don't want any parts of that.
So the boy Tito Betancourt says Cap's lawyer was saying that they were going to take it all the way to trial, and date was going to be set 45 days from that statement.
And yeah, that's when everything.
And a day later, the NFL settled.
Yeah.
All right, so that makes
Appreciate.
sense.
Shout out to
Shout
Tito
out to boy
Betancourt.
Tito.
man.
Yeah, but they had it. I mean, look, man, they know they were in the wrong, okay? And they know there was evidence that they were in the wrong. They could, I mean, and as Hamad here said, the brand would have been tarnished a little bit. I mean, it's already tarnished more than it already is, okay? So the NFL settled. A lot of people mad at Colin. They
Yeah, I
saying he
saw
gave
some
up-
people
mad
calling. I saw
for?
some people calling him a sellout.
But that's what people sue for.
That's the whole point.
That's what people sue for.
Right. I mean, it wasn't like it was a criminal case where he was gonna get some,
Yeah,
trying to get people put in
like,
jail.
You know, I mean, you know, I got.
I
my-
just think sometimes folks just be needing something to talk about.
They do. I mean, I have my own views on Kaepernick, but at the same time, y'all Negroes wasn't gonna pay him, so he had to get some money. I don't
Also,
know what
did
y'all
you hear
talking
he
about.
Got mad
supposedly
every other
Y'all
way
wasn't
he
gonna
got
take
paid.
care of him. Like,
Supposedly,
man to make a salary.
the AAF offered him,
The standard contract.
Right.
he
the
offer
standard
everybody.
contract, and he declined, saying he
Sorry.
wanted upwards of $20 million,
Yeah, yeah.
which makes total sense to me. There's no
Same,
way
man.
I'm playing in that league for nothing.
Makes total sense to me. You would have to wow me to get me into that league.
I'm gonna say, not to mention, because the reason I'm not playing in the big league is not because I can't play, because
Yeah,
they won't
right.
hire me.
Because I'm suing them currently. That's why.
Yeah, but this
I
would have been a
cannot
great.
miss it.
I mean, it would have been a great opportunity if he'd have gone out there and just dominated these first 2 weeks. I mean, it would have been.
Until he
It would have
tore his
smacked the
ACL.
NFL.
Your
right
boy,
in the
your
face.
boy Bill Polian
Ever.
ain't too high on him
Yeah,
either.
and Bill Pelling.
I think they would try to like really detention that dude on that. Like say, just keep him down there.
Man,
We
please.
ain't gonna.
just
do
a
that.
Bill Polian ain't
five-man
got that
rush
kind of pool no
With
more.
just I mean,
Bill Pelling runs the league.
he started the league.
I'm talking about it in the NFL.
Yes, he does. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but
Man,
with a
he ain't got
five-man
that.
rush.
He's a pro football Hall of Fame. That is not the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Make
no,
it
no,
clear.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Look, man.
Five-man
He's
rush.
a
man,
he's
He
an
would look
NFL
amazing.
contributor. That's
Then
how
he
he got
couldn't run
in
because
there.
they'd all be looking at
If
him.
they made an offer,
Contributor.
I mean, you know, that shows Bill Polian wasn't even his opinion didn't even matter if they made an offer.
Exactly.
Now there's no way they were going to be able to afford $20 million for one player.
Especially when everybody else in the league is making a minimum of 250.
Is making 250 over
Maximum,
3 years.
Over
Right.
3 years. It's a 3-year contract. Everybody has
70
3
this year.
years.
Right.
Everybody's making 70 this
Everybody. And then you can go to the league and stay in the league. But if you get cut, you have to come back to
70,000?
whatever and finish your contract out. You can't quit completely, and you can't go to like XFL.
year. Which is, you know.
But if you make it to the league, you know what I'm saying, then more power to you. They cut your contract.
Right. Because they're in bed together with the league.
We got.
Because it's the same thing.
What do Kenneth Jones?
Hey, what's up, Ken? Hey, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
What's up, Kenneth? He say, "What's the topic today? Right now, we talking about
Living a good life.
we talking about that Kaepernick settlement."
Tune in to 92 Kels. Kenneth got dog.
Yeah, hey,
download
92
that.
kills.
We've been on air 35 minutes. You coming in talking about what's the topic? Right now we talking about Kaepernick.
Yeah, we talking about Kaepernick. We
And
took a little
AAF
bit
and all
of.
that good stuff.
We just talked about some NBA All-Star Weekend. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those of you who are tuned in and who just tuned in, you are
Thanks for
listening to
listening.
The Garage Apartment. We are here each and every Sunday night from 6 to 7
But he
Central
also-
Standard Time.
My bad.
Well, you got this bad. We gonna fight. I'm telling you, we gonna fight about this. So now, since you finish it, please, bro.
Hey, he asked. Going back to NBA and it's mid-season. Kenneth Jones asked, "Who's NBA MVP as of right now?"
The Greek Freak.
James Harden.
No, I
James
take
Harden.
that back. I withdraw my vote for Greek Freak, and I got to go with Mr. Paul George.
Oh,
James Harden.
You saying Paul George is not MVP right now?
no, he's not. No, it's James Harden.
Why? Because he's scoring a lot of points.
Yes. That's the
So?
name of the
He is
game.
doing-
And he's leading a team
MVP
with
is
no
not
one.
a
Something you
scoring
have not
award?
seen since Michael Jordan.
He's leading a team with no one.
Wilt
He's
Chamberlain.
doing
He's
Wilt
doing it by
Chamberlain
himself.
type things.
Yeah.
Whenever
At
you're
a
doing
guard.
that,
He's
As a
also
guard.
losing.
Thank you, Hamad.
he's not
Harden.
losing.
He's also losing.
He's lost a couple of games.
He's lost some games he got no business losing.
But
But
he,
so if he
went-
finishes top 4, is that sufficient enough for you to
but
do?
He went from
top
out the
5?
playoffs.
Yeah.
He went from out the playoffs
Out
Yes.
any help, by the way.
Not nobody's whole team. been
I'm
hurt.
with you on
to,
that.
to,
Like, literally.
to middle pack playoffs
He doesn't even have to
by
get
by halfway season now.
So now, y'all know because we have sat down together and watched several games, right?
Kenneth says it's the Greek Freak.
Hey, of course.
He's wrong as well, but shout out to you, Ken. Shout out.
I'm with you, Kim.
No,
folks.
he's doing amazing things as well.
Kenneth also a Red
Are they
Sox.
are they,
that
are they
team
gonna
is
split
also
it 3
playing
ways?
above, and he's second, I think.
Are they gonna split it 3 ways?
No.
No,
they
they
better
better
not.
not.
That would be kind of weak.
The man's averaging 40 points a game.
Yeah.
Scoring a bunch of points doesn't mean a thing.
Going
He's averaging
from-
40 points a game, and he's ranked 5th in the hardest conference in the NBA.
Hey, the greatest player went from top two in the playoffs to out the playoffs by the half of the season
Who you
during
talking
the same run.
Oh, you talking about LeBron James?
Yep.
He was hurt though. I mean,
He
I ain't
was,
gonna
and
get that
he-
to him.
But he kind of sat out on him a little bit too, in my opinion. I don't know how hurt he was the whole time. I think he kind of was just sitting there trying to see what they was gonna do.
Yeah, and we talked some college basketball too, Ken. Did you? Hey, this guy from Quinnipiac today scored 55
First off,
against
spell
Siena.
that for me and tell me where it's located.
It's in New York. Okay, somewhere in New York.
It
and
starts
it's
Q. It starts
Piniac.
QU.
Yeah,
They're always in the,
QUI.
They're
they're
always
always in the tournament.
they're always in the tournament.
They're
I
always
do.
in the
I do
tournament.
remember the
Yeah,
name.
they're
I just
NEC
like.
I know they're an NEC team, Northeast Conference. They play like the likes of Siena and Monmouth and all that. I know my college basketball. Stop playing with
Shout
me.
out to my boy Shabuti too, because my
That's
boy
what I used to
Shabuti
do.
plays for Longwood University, and he had to play. What's my
plays
man
for
at
what
Campbell?
university?
Djibouti plays for Longwood.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Pause.
Anyway,
Hard pause on that.
so he had to play my man from Campbell.
Yeah, he's the leading scorer in the nation.
And he gave my boy the business.
Clemens.
Oh my God, he gave
Yeah.
him the business. I was
was
sitting
all
at the
up in
house like,
Djibouti.
oh.
He was like, I'm digging all in.
I was
Djibouti.
like, I'm thinking all in your Shabuti.
Your anus.
Oh my goodness.
But homeboy's averaging like 30.
Yeah, he's giving folk that work.
Yeah.
He's giving folk that work.
He really is.
I mean, he ain't Lindsey Hunter though.
He going
Nah,
to the
he's
league?
not,
He nice like that?
Oh yeah, he's going to the league, man.
I mean, I don't see why not.
yeah, this is
I
a
haven't
guy-
seen him. I don't know this Quinnipiac guy.
No, not the Quinnipiac guy. The Quinnipiac guy scored
Nah,
55.
Yeah, this dude is from Campbell.
Yeah, the leading scorer in the nation is from Campbell University.
my cousin Kenneth,
North Carolina.
he kills me. I love him though.
What'd he say?
He loves his predictions. Be killing me, but he has North Carolina over Duke.
Sometimes he's
Wednesday.
right.
Yeah, sometimes he is right.
And
Ain't nothing wrong with that pick. That ain't an outlandish pick.
It really isn't.
I'm gonna say,
Pretty
it's in Chapel Hill.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
said
The Ding Dong.
No. It's at
it's in
Is that Cameron?
yeah, it's at Cameron.
Oh, that makes it a little tougher.
Hey,
Does it
it'll be
really?
sweltering.
That
mean,
makes it a little
They still
tougher.
can't shoot jumpers though. That's
dude,
all.
anytime you can ride a
But they
bus to
don't
a game,
have
you got a
to.
chance.
I mean, they literally down the street.
Anytime you can ride a bus
That's
to a
what
game,
Zion
you-
is.
They can throw the ball to each
Yeah,
other. Like they,
exactly.
Durham and Chapel Hill
Yeah, it
are
ain't
truly
nothing.
down the street from each other.
Yeah, it's not
Like
you gotta
Rice and
fly
U of H,
across the-
man.
Yeah, it ain't like you got to fly across. You don't even have to. You can get on your coach truck on the back of your coach truck like back in the day
Yeah. So.
and hop on there. But yeah, that's not too outlandish as long as you can avoid a Louisville, because we see Duke is who
Beat
the
'em.
Cardinals thought they were,
Right.
but they let them off.
Let
the
'em
hook.
Off the hook.
Crown 'em. Go ahead and crown 'em.
They
That's what
are
they've
what
been
we
doing.
thought they were.
They've
right,
been
crown
doing
'em.
it.
Did you
They've
see
been
it?
doing this
Did you
since.
see? I posted the yeah. You don't do social media.
First off,
I posted
I
the
do
speech.
do
I
social
posted the
media.
speech,
Oh,
and then I
really?
was like, "This is so perfect," because I was half asleep. You know what I'm saying? I had a little bit of that VSOP. So
Smooth.
I
Hey, we're not
posted
giving
it,
away free advertising.
and I
bro.
was like, I didn't say which
say
VSOP.
what.
That's true. You did.
I was
You
gonna
did.
say
I
so
didn't say
many.
which VSOP.
There's so many VOSOP.
Okay, but anyway,
And
it was
look,
so
knowing
perfect.
you, I'd be careful of the one you was drinking. I'd let you have it all by yourself.
It was so perfect though,
Oh, do you see this? How old is this referee? Who he?
because
who
he
is
had the
getting?
Cardinals.
Okay, I see.
Perfect.
Who he's
What was so perfect?
Check out this referee.
Then he
though.
had the Cardinals stuff on.
Check out this referee.
Kamal
though.
kills me. I mean, he
No, I mean, but
absolutely
it's
kills
funny.
me.
Look,
Because folks be in the middle of whatever they talking about, and
Look
then he
at this
just
dude.
comes
But
out of
they don't
nowhere.
Does he not look like the janitor?
You know, he looks like the Mike off of Breaking Bad.
No, he looks like
Anybody who
Blue
watched it.
from.
He looks like Blue.
So now we got
Love you, Blue.
we in our last quarter. So now also
It's a massive record.
this
in the
week,
Daytona 500.
the NCAA said they will revisit and reevaluate their transfer policy, and I was like,
About time.
ironic. We were just
Yeah, we
talking
just
about
talking
this
about
on
that.
last week's show.
Hey, they be
So now
listening,
they
man.
said they will evaluate
Listen.
They be listening.
the
Go ahead and
free,
subscribe to YouTube too.
the freedoms of players being able to transfer. They also said they were going to look into the peek-in rule. Is it called the peek-in rule? It's called something weird
Give
where
us free.
players are allowed to contact and communicate with other coaches while still at the other schools.
Which they
And
should
if
be.
they don't see, if the coaches don't have a spot for them, then they're allowed to remain at their school.
Beautiful.
So they
That
said they're
makes
going
sense.
to reevaluate all
is
of their
regulated?
policies.
Yes, coaches can do that.
Centric
not-
rule.
it's-
That's
why-
That's why I thought that was a little weird. That to me,
Yeah,
that's weirder than
called
graduate
text.
graduates being able to transfer and be eligible to play the next
call
year.
text. Say, man, you
But
got a
that's
spot on your
illegal.
squad? Yeah, man, we got you. All
Oh,
right.
no, that's a little dangerous there, man. That's truly opening Pandora's box, boy.
Pandora's
What
box
are
been
you
open.
talking about? We need to be honest. We need to stop lying with this student-athlete game.
Oh, no, I'm with you 100%.
Okay,
And I
and
think
then-
that athletes should definitely have way more freedoms than they have.
yeah, way
Anytime you getting the amount of money that you getting off the backs of other people for free,
Uh-huh.
that's ridiculous.
That's
Right.
slavery.
Yes.
It is.
So
and
the
then
least-
and then you won't allow them to unionize. Of course, you know, a couple of years ago, the Northwestern University football team they petitioned to unionize, and that was declined. So if you're not going to allow them to unionize, and you're sitting up here making millions on top of millions of dollars and not kicking back anything to them, I
Yeah.
think that's ridiculous.
No, it's good. See, I was talking to an old football coach
Okay.
last week. And he has Nick Saban actually came to his school to visit one of his players, right?
I've met him.
Now this player,
I know that guy.
yeah, this player, of course, Nick Saban came is being recruited by everybody.
Right.
He's but he's a Nigerian American young man. Okay, and as the coach said, his mom was born in Nigeria. She thinks football's stupidish, so she doesn't know anything. The boy doesn't know Texas from Alabama, so he's trying to get the coach to tell him where to go. Coach is saying, I can't tell you that, because if I tell you that, you get up there and you hate it. Y'all kids shoot up schools these days. You're going to come back looking for me. Okay?
Smart coach.
So this would help a young man like this who has no idea where he wants to go. He might get that. I mean, like he's Nigerian, so he don't know.
I don't know if
need to go to
recruits.
Alabama.
I don't know if recruits can do it.
Once he gets to Tuscaloosa
then he can
and he
see
figures
that Texas
out
is
he's a Nigerian young man. Once he
Gotcha.
gets to Alabama, he figures out what the hell Alabama is, and he's like, "Oh my, oh man,
crazy.
what is this?"
There's no foo-foo here.
No. What's gonna happen is that they keep calling me boy.
Yeah, I gotta be.
Why do I go in the grocery store and they say, "What you looking for, boy?" He doesn't understand that, so he can then transfer. That's a great thing.
I turn y'all in the?
I'm saying
You say 35 miles. 35 miles.
35 miles.
Exactly. So no, that's a good thing, and people need that, especially with the rules that have changed in the opposite direction, where they can just terminate your what's not supposed to be a contract, but your scholarship is 6 years renewable.
Right.
They can decide not to renew your scholarship and send you
Absolutely.
behind, and you just stuck out there.
Absolutely.
So,
Or they
yeah,
can
you
even
should.
go so far as to disband their program, like they did at USB. At USB,
Exactly.
and you have to figure something
And
out.
you have to figure something out.
Yeah, it's
You know, so it's beautiful. And then I'm just saying that helps schools like our local schools here. You know, Rice and U of H and people like that. They can just call, hey, you know what? I noticed you ain't been playing much. You see, we ain't got nothing.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's a good thing. It's about time.
Yeah, it's called the transfer portal. That's what it's called.
Okay.
The transfer portal.
Yeah, transfer portal. I
It
remember
seems like something that, like I said, should have already been allowed, but
And as you can see, they're doing everything they can
everything.
to not give these young
But
people money.
hey,
Right, they do. They what? They
When
just,
you pay them, they'll be
we'll give them
happier
more
and they won't
freedoms.
be
We just won't pay
leaving.
'em. We won't pay them.
Next, they'll be like, class is optional. Okay,
Hey,
before we give you money.
look, Gamal, you was mad at us last week, but they gonna start majoring in football real soon.
Okay. You want money? All right. Well, how about this? Class, man, don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it, dog.
You ain't learning nothing anyway.
That'll give you time to go get a job.
Once you declare for the draft, don't even worry about it. You
Okay.
ain't got nothing to worry about.
See that there? That say Adidas. Remember that, the program?
All right, we got another question from Kenneth.
Uh-oh.
He asked, he would like to hear each one of our favorite athletes and why. Oh, I could answer for Adari. That's
No, don't you dare.
easy. Adari likes O.J. Simpson.
That was no. First off,
So do I. Freedom fighter, O.J. Simpson.
if we had
Legendary
more time,
freedom
I'd
fighter,
have to
O.J.
explain.
Simpson.
I have to explain that story. I think that would be a story for one of our midweek so far episodes.
My answer's
Be
pretty
looking
easy.
for that real soon.
Be looking for that
people.
on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. The Garage Apartment. You can search
Man.
Garage Apartment Radio. Get to our channel.
Absolutely.
A lot
So,
more stuff coming there.
A lot more
content
stuff coming.
coming.
Absolutely. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and SoundCloud. So now, all right, I'll answer my question. I have two. Well, I take that back because I have one for every sport. But I guess you would say my all-time favorite athlete
He said athlete.
was by far Bo Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Bo Jackson,
I could, yeah.
greatest of all
I
time.
can get
That
down with
was
that.
you.
Yeah, I was in love with
was
Bo.
you.
You couldn't have told me nothing about
Yeah.
Bo.
In school, that was you.
Who's next? We gonna
Mine.
pass the Dutchie to the left hand side.
Yeah, pass
Mine.
the Dutchie to the left hand side.
Mine is hands down Warren Moon.
Yeah,
That's
a
my
good
favorite
pick, too.
athlete of all time.
That's a good pick too, man.
I used to imitate Warren Moon. I got a chance to meet Warren Moon. He was everything I ever hoped for. Unlike Akeem Olajuwon. But I'll tell that story later.
That sounds like another episode that had to be on our mid.
Oh,
Leave
boy.
that hanging. You can't-
I'm going to drag Akeem Olajuwon
First
on that
off, no,
YouTube.
you're not gonna do that here.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna do that here.
I love him as a
Because
basketball player.
Olajuwon
But I'm going to
is
drag
my
him as a person.
basketball favorite player of all time.
Mine too, despite this. Anyway, but
Could've
yeah,
said
Warren
y'all
Moon.
showing y'all's age.
Warren Moon.
I know, right?
Of course. What you gonna ask me? What, you expect me to say who? Pat White? I mean,
got D?
Of all time,
Penny Hardaway,
Nah, his is
it would
Tyus
probably
Edness?
be
Grant Hill.
Tyus Edney.
probably be Penny Hardaway
What?
of all time. But I am an
yeah, he was. I
extreme,
remember back in the day.
Remember, he was a Penny fan. What?
I am an extreme fan of LeBron. I've been like LeBron ever since he was on the Sports Illustrated in high school. So.
Okay.
But Penny would be my all-time.
All right. So we'll do current people next since we showing our age. Gamal.
Nah, well,
Kenneth, you ain't that young no more either.
my favorite of all time would be Iverson.
Okay, yeah.
It would be Allen Iverson.
makes
That
sense.
dude.
Regular Gaines.
You sure it's not Ron Dane?
Iverson and Victor Page.
That's, no, because
We
that's why
almost
I
had
didn't
a fight behind Ron Dane and Ricky Williams.
And then y'all both of them got beat up by Chuck Woodson in the club, didn't you?
That was mine picking that fight, man.
I was like,
You
dude.
didn't believe that was Charles Woodson. I
I
had
was
to say
like, what are
something.
these dudes doing, man?
That was mine. But yeah, that AI, man, that kid there was just talented, and he was the flavor. That was our flavor then. That was the flavor. That was the streets.
Yeah, I loved Iverson too.
On the real, when he had the ankle braces over the socks, that just threw me right down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember you were, yeah.
That was it.
Because when you was in your hooping days, you wouldn't
He
even
liked
want to
him
wear
at
socks.
Georgetown.
You
I
wanted to
remember
wear.
he liked that bad at Georgetown.
Yeah, that was.
Mine is Victor Page,
Victor Page with that too.
the poor man's Iverson.
Exactly, the very poor man's Iverson.
The Section
Baby
8,
AI,
the
man.
Section 8
Baby
Iverson.
Oh man. Oh,
Okay, who's
man.
your current
That
athlete,
is
Adar?
age.
See, I'm thinking, man. 'cause
Millennial style
I
athlete.
got a bunch of them, but I guess if I had to, I'd say Kevin Durant. Although he kind of really
Okay.
pissed me off with that move to Golden State.
That was a couple years ago.
But
so.
I mean Kevin Durant, cause I think I ride with Durant.
Kevin Durant, okay, current guy who's still playing for me. My gosh. Oh, boy.
Cause I don't have any in football right now.
Yeah, I know. There's really.
Maybe Cam Newton.
Oh, okay.
Go ham Cam.
Yeah. Cam Newton. Cam Newton's
like
a good one.
Cam.
But I'm going to say currently, and I'm sorry, black people, I'm going to have to go to baseball. I love Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
A 5'2" man who is a superstar.
Yeah.
I love Jose. I was going to say Floyd Mayweather until earlier this week when he got caught cooning. But DRC, I'm going to pass it on to you.
How you gonna just? Okay.
First off,
We got to
how
go
he
back
get
to that.
caught cooning when he just doing what he do? He always cooning. But anyway,
He
go ahead.
is,
D.
but this was hard body karate cooning. This was crazy.
Have you
Mine
not
would be-
watched 24/7?
I
This
have,
man,
but just say no comment, Floyd.
Man, this man
we
is
want
a-
to love you, Floyd.
he is
we
a
do.
coon like no other.
We want to love you, Floyd.
did Floyd
We
Mayweather
do.
say
We
for
really
those
want to
that
love
don't
you,
know?
Floyd. Huh?
What did Floyd Mayweather? Blah 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 blah
leave
blah
that
blah
out
blah
there.
blah.
Floyd went and spent $500,000 on Gucci today. The other day.
In front of the Gucci
and
store.
say he do what he want.
Exactly.
I came out with a
I have
$500,000
no.
bill.
He said, "I have no problems with nobody."
Not yet. The tax man though is coming.
Oh God, what a. Yeah.
So yeah, LeBron James will be mine.
Okay.
Yeah, that would probably. James Harden's trying to slide in there, but he don't talk enough. So
Oh, he talk. He just don't say nothing worth listening.
yeah,
Yeah, he
see,
doesn't.
That's just a rude way of saying it. He doesn't let you in too much. You don't really get to know too
That's
much.
that Arizona State education.
Is that what it is?
Kardashian.
I just beat
Ever since
Gamal
that,
to
he
it.
done upped the
Because
ball.
you know it was coming. You
What about
know
you,
it
Mister?
was
What
coming.
about you?
I don't really have one.
Oh Lord,
You got
You're
one.
that old, huh?
This-
Just watch
no,
classic,
this year-
ESPN Classic all day.
These years, it would have to, and I don't even really like him like that either. I would say like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh well,
But I
yeah,
went-
okay,
Wow.
that's obvious.
Okay.
I went, but I don't even
like the
even
Packers
even
more
him I
than
complain about.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he don't even talk to his mama.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
brother.
even he I don't complain about. So I don't really have one like that. The millennials just play a different game now. So it's just
Did Kendra drop anybody? Who's his?
yeah. And he talking about our age. This boy said Kobe or Ken Griffey.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say
Kobe
Kobe.
State.
Or Ken Griffey Jr.?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Showing your age. Man, go home.
Neither one of them playing anymore. They both finna be in the Hall of Fame. Ken Griffey's in the Hall of Fame.
He done already made his speech.
Kobe gonna do his next year.
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
man.
speaking of Kobe, what did y'all think
That's
of
great,
McGrady's
mister.
comments
What was-
saying that Kobe would score 100 points
In today's
in
league?
today's league? Tracy McGrady.
He most certainly
Like
will.
Kobe at prime
Yeah.
or
Give me-
Kobe now?
I'm saying no, not Kobe.
there
now.
have
I'm
been
s-
about
Kobe
three-
now would score 25. But I'm saying
There've
Kobe
been 3
27
people
to
right
33.
that could have done it, and they were all they sat down the third quarter.
I'm gonna say this.
Fourth quarter.
Is this Kobe with Shaq?
So I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, you're saying Kobe in his prime, but is it Kobe with Shaq?
I don't care.
I mean, Kobe
With
scored
Shaq,
30
maybe
This,
not.
the reason I'm asking
With
is
Shaq,
for
maybe
this.
not.
Without Shaq.
Without Shaq,
If it's
definitely
without
not.
Shaq, yes, he'll score 100 points, but he'll lose the game.
He
So
ain't
what?
lose that.
Of course.
We're
Not
talking about
against-
scoring 100.
I don't give a damn about you winning scoring 100 points. You lose.
Yes, you would. If this man, if anybody
scored
puts up
100
100
points in
points,
the
that's
NBA.
amazing.
Not
Stop
against.
talking like that.
Not
man.
What you
against the
mean?
Cavs.
What good is 100 points if you lose the game?
Not
Okay,
against
great.
the
So
Cavs.
who is that? Who scored 100 points in the NBA?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain.
And he
Do
lost
you
the
know if he
game.
won the game or lost the game?
He lost the game.
50 years later, what stat do you still know?
You know what else
What
they know
picture
about
is
Wilt Chamberlain?
iconic right
You know
now?
what else they know about Wilt Chamberlain? He one of the greatest players ever. How many championships he got?
I don't know, 3, 2, 1.
One.
That's all I got was one. That one was
Exactly. You know, people.
So,
I mean, but
so-
Bill
so-
Russell was in the league.
So he is not great because he came up against Bill Russell and ran
Yes,
off.
he was great,
Is that
but what
you're
I'm saying
he
is-
was better than Bill Russell.
I'm gonna say the
He
same
was.
thing I've
He
been
just
saying.
wasn't on that squad.
He just wasn't on the team with 9 Hall of Famers.
Sports. Because this is how
Hurry
it
up.
often
Whatever you're
happens.
saying, hurry up.
Yeah, but that's not what the
Because
question
people
was.
always make players better than they really were because they won championships, and then they always make great players who didn't win the championship less than what they were.
Yeah, like Charles Barkley.
You know, somebody like
ESPN
Charles-
sitting up there. I was offended. I'm sorry.
About what?
ESPN sat up there one day, and somebody came out their mouth and asked the question: is Zion Williamson better than
Oh, yeah,
Charles
that's absurd.
Barkley?
That's
And
absurd.
I'm like, I want to. They will never let me
Barkley
on there.
was-
I did
'cause
say that.
I
did
would
see
have
that.
smacked somebody.
He might be the closest we've seen.
You
though.
out of
Stop
your
playing.
mind.
If Zion Williamson becomes 70% the
closer,
player Charles Barkley was, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
Have you
simply
forgotten how
said-
good Charles Barkley was?
Negroes,
They
listen.
have
Who
that.
was closer? Was the question? Was what the statement?
There is no one closer.
He's yes, there.
By
Well, I mean,
definition, there would have to be.
He's
There
in his
is not
freshman
another
year of
one,
college. Stop
but
playing.
Who would be the closest one you've seen?
Nobody.
I don't know.
It's
Who
Chuck,
can you compare to Charles Barkley?
Chuck is in his own category.
Karl
Seriously.
Malone.
Now, I remember at one point.
They played against
Hey.
each other. We talking about in
Yeah.
college right now. Who
Hold
could
on,
you
hold on,
compare?
hold on. Showing my age, at one point I thought it was going to be Corliss Williamson because that was my
Yeah,
favorite college basketball
he
player one
was
time.
cold. I
'Cause
thought
I
he
was
was
fat
gonna
and
be
light skinned, and I used to play the post when I was in middle school, and I thought I was Corliss Williamson. So he was my guy. I thought
What
he
they
was
used to
going to be
call him,
Charles
Big
Barkley.
Nasty?
Big Nasty.
Big
I was Big Nasty at
Nasty.
Lanier.
But nobody plays the post though.
I sure was.
Nobody plays the post anymore though. So
They
you can't
don't.
say anything like that.
They don't. But
Man,
you can't.
Chuck was cold.
He was
boy.
cold as you can't put. Now,
Round mound of rebound.
I'll tell you
Round
this.
Mound of
I'll
rebound.
admit I was hating on Zion. I saw that Louisville game, and Hamar
saw the
laughing
net-
at
the one
Corliss.
after
Hamar, you
that?
laughing at Corliss Williamson? Remember he had the one strip of hair?
Yeah,
He had the anti-part.
man.
Oh, that
Corliss
boy,
Williamson had the anti-part.
that boy Tito Betancourt says Zion is Sean Kemp,
Thank you, Tito.
and hopefully
Tito know what he's
doesn't
talking
get
about.
and hopefully doesn't get fat like him.
Hopefully he don't have them babies.
You're right,
gotta
because
get
Sean
fat
Kemp couldn't
again.
shoot
He's gotta get
anything
fat.
outside of 4 feet from the basket.
Until he went to Cleveland.
Yeah, he went to Cleveland, got that old man game, that old man at the park game. Yeah, he did.
So he might be right. Maybe Sean Kemp.
But you can't compare him to Charles Barkley.
Man,
No,
if
that's
Zion could be the next Karl Malone, I can see that.
I can't see that.
I can see it.
No, I could see him being.
I'm gonna tell you that
The man can rebound. The man is
Rex Chapman had the
He is
perfect
everything
comparison.
Charles
You know who
Barkley
Rex
was
Chapman
except
compared
for
him to?
Ooh.
prolific,
Rodney
very
Rogers.
prolific.
Rodney
I
Rogers.
can see that too.
Rodney Rogers. That's
that is-
exactly who he
that is
plays
an
like.
That's because he's
insult.
left-handed
That's not
too.
an insult.
Well, it's
What
not
it
an
is
insult.
is-
Why
yeah.
would you strive to be Rodney
Because he
Rogers?
hasn't had an NBA career
Why are
yet,
you
so you can't
why
compare
are
him
you
to Chuck
making
Barkley.
this kid more than what
I'm
he
not
is
saying
right now?
what he's gonna
It's
be.
a small sample
Hamar
size.
said Larry Johnson.
Potential.
And Larry Johnson
Ah,
developed
We're
a three-point
talking
shot
about
late.
potential.
Maybe
If you have
Larry
the
Johnson.
potential to be Rodney Rogers, you're not at Duke. You're definitely not making the league.
I don't know, dude.
Because
Speaking
your
of,
ceiling is the floor.
So now we got a minute and a half, fellas.
hold on, but speaking of, do you remember how dang on good
Larry Johnson was?
Larry Johnson
Yeah,
was?
man.
Mama.
Grandmama.
Oh,
Oh,
my-
in college? Oh,
At
absolutely.
UNLV,
In college,
Stacey
at
Augman.
showing my age.
in Charlotte.
In Charlotte,
Yeah,
too,
that's
but
what
at
I'm saying.
UNLV,
Larry
man,
Johnson
please.
is the reason the All-Star game came to Charlotte.
I wanted a gap in the goal.
That first time. Oh, my God.
And apart.
Dallas, baby. Dallas all the
And
way.
a
That boy was
time.
representing Dallas. So, hey, we're going to have to leave it there, man. You are listening to the Garage Apartment.
Kenneth said his favorite athlete is Josh Gordon.
Check out the midweek show.
Okay.
Coming out
Absolutely,
soon.
man. We're going to start something new and different coming real soon. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please
Check
do.
us out on Twitter, Instagram, all them other ones.
Facebook.
SoundCloud, all of them, man. Y'all have a wonderful week. Stay blessed.
Hey, shout out to my for real, my swim team at St. John's, my swimming and diving team at St. John's.
Why I got to be St. John?
Because St. John's
Because
pays me
they
in a
won
week.
Because they
SBC.
pay me the coach, and that's why.
Hey,
You ref a game at St. John's, your check is there next
they
week.
won SBC. They won
I
something.
love St. John's.
Back-to-back women's swimming and diving
week,
champions.
Congratulations, St. John's.
Exactly. Boys got second place.
Are they just?